parent, and so many of us have shifted those parties to other locations. Well, Sarah Gunn is getting us back in the home. Please welcome her. You're going to get us to be a little bit more creative so that people don't fall into the problem that I had this year. We're celebrating my son's birthday in April. We're celebrating in May because Mommy was a little disorganized and didn't call a play center until it was too late and fully booked. So bring it back to your house.
Well, exactly. I don't know about you when you were a kid, but I like
always at home.
Maybe balloons, definitely cake, friends, and we just played.
Yes.
And if somebody had it at the local McDonald's in the kids section, it was the talk of the town. It was like the most exciting thing ever. And now everyone's spending so much money, and having to be super organized to outsource the parties. And I think there is a trend towards hosting them at home, and there's so many good reasons to do that.
Yes, but will you clean my house after?
Do you know what's really cool?
That's my problem.
I know, but it's actually doesn't have to be all that messy.
Okay.
I don't think it
Go
does.
to the backyard, something like that?
Definitely put them in the backyard. Absolutely.
Let's talk about this theme. You've gone all out with Star Wars. I love it. It's so beautiful for a boy, right?
Exactly.
Or a girl if she's into this sort of thing.
Absolutely. And you know what? Obviously, the best part of hosting a party at home for me is the decorating.
Yeah.
And, focus on the 1 or 2 rooms the kids are going to spend the most time. So in this case, it's a dining room. These amazing decals are very easy to apply from Urban Walls, and they're removable. They do no damage to the surface. So they're really fun and cool.
Yeah.
And then you can go on websites like Etsy and literally type in any party theme you can think of and the word printables along with it.
Yeah.
And you can buy images that will get emailed to you, and you can print them at home. You can personalize them. You can do all kinds of things. So obviously Star Wars here. And speaking of personalizing, my boys had a ton of fun coming up with cool names for the food, like Vader Veggies and Obi-Wan Kebabis and Yoda Soda and all of that. The kids get a real kick out of it.
The Wookiee cookies and Kenobi cupcakes. I love it. So
Right?
you put all of these printables and all of these little signs.
Right.
You also have them in all of the cupcakes, which are homemade cupcakes.
Everything.
Or you can go to the store and buy them.
I did make those.
But you made them?
Yeah. And that's the other thing about hosting a party at home is you can be in control of the food. A lot of the venues, very limited food selection.
Yes.
If you have kids with allergies coming, it's a concern. If you have super picky eaters like my children, it's a concern. And selfishly, there's certain foods I only allow in the house for parties because I have no self-control.
Right.
Like the Chicago. Have you tried the Chicago mix before?
Absolutely. Been through many bags of it.
Well, me too this weekend, which is why I had to go and buy more for the show yesterday. But that's why it's only there for parties. So you can treat yourself and everyone, have some healthy options, have some treats for the kids. It's fun.
And it's good also because the parents can stop by and they can stay. They can hang out and have their own adult party too. But the fact is, I think a lot of us think, well, I have to organize an activity for every 5 minutes of this party. That's not the case.
Absolutely not.
They can just play.
They can play, or you can create activities for them. So
what do we got here?
I did some pool noodle lightsabers. And those
are great.
They're so much fun.
Oh, is this the way it goes?
Yep.
See, this is actually a good half an hour.
Oh, so I tied these balloons.
Right?
I tied those balloons to trees in the backyard, and I'm like, hey, kids.
Beat them.
Our backyard is being invaded by stormtroopers. Have at them. And it took them forever to bang at these balloons. They were tired. They were having fun.
Yes.
It was great. And I mean, these serve as their loot bags. Instead of sending home candy,
smart.
I sent these home. And
Are loot bags not getting a little bit out of control?
So I asked on Facebook this weekend about the most outrageous. Someone got a bikini for like a toddler. It didn't fit her for several years.
What?
What? 2 people got fish.
Really?
Goldfish, living animals, and one of which died the next day when they brought it home. So that's
dear.
fun to explain to your children. Like, crazy.
Yeah, depending on the neighborhood you live in too, they can get really pricey, and it's just, it's not worth it. And then the candy or all the plastic stuff that's going to break the next day, like that's a good idea.
It's fun.
Or a book. I'm boring like that. Everyone's getting a book.
Yeah.
At least you can read it.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the table setting now and the amazing cake. The cake is always sort of a centerpiece, and everybody oohs and ahs over the cake. Can I bite into this cake, Sarah?
You could if you're.
What's it made of?
Styrofoam. I can't believe you said that. Okay, so people ask me to help decorate for parties. Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to ask me to do cakes for them anytime soon. But you know what? As long as the kids love it, that's all that matters. For the boys' party, for their Star Wars party, I actually did a lightsaber, which
that's cool.
Yes. However, it's not suitable for daytime television because it didn't turn out quite the way it was supposed to.
You just scrap that idea.
I took so many pictures of him with that lightsaber. It's hilarious, but a little inappropriate.
not to City Line. We're going to do a different cake for City Line.
Square. Squares are safe.
I love it.
And then you've got all the pops of color too with all this furniture from IKEA, which is like Lego colors, which I thought was really cool.
Very
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
And they can wear the masks and have a lot of fun with that. I
Exactly.
assume also ordered online. So
Yeah.
be a little bit creative and bring the party home, and you know what? Save some cashola.
Absolutely.
Is what it's all about. And then Sarah will come and clean your house, because that's what she's